In a recent move, the securities market regulator SEBI sent a show-cause notice to a well-known bank on alleged charges of mis-selling.
Investors lost over 1.5 lakh crores over 7 years, and this is just to ULIPs. In fact, just as I was shooting this, I got a call from my bank RM pitching me a special FD. A study by One Finance magazine revealed that over 57% of the RMs admitted that the banks regularly force them into mis-selling bad products. To understand how and why this happens, we interviewed 3 ex-bank employees who shared their experience of working at a bank.
Proudly part of the 01 network by Zerodha.
I used to work in a leading bank in India and as a customer service officer.
I started working with one of the largest institutions as a field sales executive.
I spent a good amount of time in one of India's leading bank working as an associate. I worked there around 3.5 years. The first motive was to resolve clients' queries, and then after resolving the query, we were also asked to do cross sales.
We used to sell insurance products basically on home loans which the user used to take. ULIP, whenever we take premium of 1 lakh, let's say an example. So in that case, in 1 lakh we used to get around 6 to 7,000 rupees. So this was the most missold product in the branches. So they used to say कि सर अगर आप 1 लाख रुपीस इन्वेस्ट करते हो आपको 12 से 15% तक का रिटर्न मिल जाएगा. वो ये कैलकुलेट नहीं करते थे कि उनको 12 से 15 कैसे मिलेगा, क्योंकि उन्हें ये नहीं पता होता था कि अगर 1 लाख का मैं इंश्योरेंस भर रहा हूँ तो उसके सामने सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव होता है, उन्हें 6 to 7,000 का इंसेंटिव मिल रहा होता है. सेकेंडली, कोई भी इंश्योरेंस डॉक्यूमेंट में ये गो थ्रू नहीं करता है कि उसमें मैनेजमेंट फीस कितनी होती है, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव कॉस्ट कितना होता है. रिटर्न्स अराउंड 5 to 6% ही आते हैं, जो कि एक इन्फ्लेशन को भी नहीं बीट करते. इफ वी कम टू द कवर पार्ट, इफ वी टेक 1 lakh ULIP, it approximately covers around 10 to 15 lakhs only, which is also not sufficient for a person taking a home loan. Coming to one more point, let's say if you are taking a cover of 10 lakhs, you have to pay 1 lakh in one go. So in that scenario, if a person is not comfortable in paying, we used to also offer him that the same amount will get added up to the EMI. But they does not used to calculate the amount whichever they are paying consists of the interest amount which will not be returned to them. In that scenario, it's a win-win situation for a bank because their mortgage is also safe. Secondly, their insurance product is also getting sold. Plus, all are earning incentives, and there's a loss to the customer.
When I was studying in college, I told my father that I would like to do masters in US, and for that we might need 20-25 lakhs in your bank account as a proof that okay, we can actually afford a education for masters. When I lost my father, he had put me as a nominee, so that particular amount was supposed to be transferred to my name. When that process got over, I got a check. Now, when I submitted the check, manager that was sitting in that particular branch called me and said, what are you planning next? Are you planning to invest in mutual funds? So I had heard and I was interested, but I'll take some time. That's the reason I did an FD of a year. Now, he said that there is a very good instrument that you can invest. It is from this particular name. And because that name is used by the mutual fund arm of that particular bank as well as from the insurance arm of that bank, I thought I was investing into mutual fund, but that actually was a ULIP plan. After a year, what happened is I got a notification of reinvestment of that particular amount. So after a year, what I realized that this is a ULIP and I would like to get away from it. Clearly, they lied that it is a mutual fund. When I asked them point blank that is it a mutual fund, they said yes.
So let's say if a particular client is coming inquiring about the credit card transactions, the charges and everything, while helping them with their queries, we also pitch them an accidental product. So we would tell the client why you are not taking this accidental benefit. What would happen if you die? All the liabilities will go to your family. If you calculate the amount, bare minimum with your EMI, only this much amount is going to be increased. So this is how we convince the client to take an accidental coverage. However, we also know for a fact there is no link between the accidental coverage that the client is taking with the loan that he has taken. All the floors also have a certain quality member, also quality analysis. They were doing live monitoring of the calls. If they come across someone who is misguiding the client or miscommunicating the client, they would straight away come to you, warn you, but they also, behind the scene, they also know that this is how the company goes on or business goes on.
In field, if we are going to a customer's place, I don't think so a quality person will be coming with me to check what we are telling or what we are pitching to the user.
So I was understanding online what can exactly happen. And everywhere I got to know that there will be termination charges, there will be some of the other problems whatsoever. So I thought, let me give it a try. I got the email of all the relevant emails that I can email to. And what I did is I drafted a mail and explained the situation, that I was in a very vulnerable position. I didn't know what I was supposed to do with that money. And that is when this particular product was sold to me. And these are the proof that exactly what happened. After a month is when I got the reply that, okay, we understand your situation. There will be no termination charges. Say, if I consider from the moment I sent that email, it took somewhere around 2.5 months to get my money back. And they made sure that it was as frictionful as possible. The longest list of documents that is needed, longest list of requirements that is needed. If I compare that to how much time it took for me to open that policy, it was hardly 5 minutes. They made sure that they arranged all the documents. I only needed to sign, and they arranged the check as well. So I just signed that check and the policy was in my name next day. And all I had to do was just one signature.
My mother-in-law is about 60-year-old. She's a housewife. Fortunately, before my father-in-law passed away, he had made some investments in FDs. So she gets about 8 lakhs a year. He also ran a business, and that business had a current account, and there was an outstanding balance of 2 lakh rupees. A reputed bank refused to release that by creating some other reason for 4.5 years. Okay, now when my mother-in-law went, they said your surname before marriage is different, after marriage is different. So, and they kept hinting her that ये इंश्योरेंस ले लो, ये इंश्योरेंस ले लो, ये इंश्योरेंस ले लो, हम काम कर देंगे, हम ही करने वाले हैं, ये हो जाएगा, मैं कर दूंगा. They sold her income protection policy. She doesn't have any income for that matter. The policy premium is 5 lakh. You have to pay 5 lakh for 6 years, and at the end you get 30 lakh. What they did smartly is that they issued the policy in the old name, and immediately after that, they changed her bank account name, and she only has one bank account. And they never gave her policy. For 2 weeks she was following up, give me the policy, give me the policy, give me the policy. So then I went to the life insurance office in Bangalore, and I told them that we want to cancel it. They said we can't do it. First you have to then apply for name change on this, which will take 5 days. And in the meantime, she went and talked to her boss, and I could easily realize they were just pushing for that 30 days to over so that they could legally tell me that, okay, you can't cancel henceforth. I simply started recording. Please tell me.
I will give acknowledgement, sir. Why are you taking the video?
No, I don't trust you guys. I said, I don't trust you. I have come here. She's a senior citizen. You have to take request today. I want acknowledgement receipt of today. If you don't give me, I will not leave the office. You'll have to physically remove me. You'll have to call police. But I will not get down from here. I also threatened them that I know independent director of your company's board, the bank board. I will write a mail to him. I have some contacts at RBI. I will write to RBI ombudsman. I'll make sure that everybody loses job. As soon as I gave this that I'll go to RBI, I know your senior management people, etc. She said, okay sir, give me 2 minutes. Next 15 minutes, we were out of the office. She gave me acknowledgement. She took all the forms, signature saying name change. What earlier she told that will take 7 days, took 3 hours. The name was changed in 3 hours. And the cancellation was made by the evening on Friday. And on Monday, my mother-in-law got the payment back. I'm 100% sure that this is happening for mass scale. So it is not some one RM or something doing it. It's very top down. The CEO knows it, the MD knows it, the compliance officer knows it.
So if we do not meet targets, firstly, the salary was so low that we cannot survive.
Here I used to have 10,500 as my salary, like the basic salary after all deduction. And apart from that, we used to have incentives.
So basically, I worked over there for 7 months, and my starting salary was 10,000 rupees, which was basic pay. And the variable part was around 40 to 50,000, depending on the files which are getting disbursed.
The increments are not that much because in my first organization, it was like 10% averagely. If I have 10,000 rupees salary, 10% is just 1,000 rupees.
So 500 to 1000 per year is nothing in this inflation time.
So we never wanted to missell any users or any account holder, but there was no way out. We had to do this because we also wanted to reach home at time.
They used to shout at us on floor like they owned us. You should sit at a shop, at a grocery shop and work. You are not suitable for this job. You don't know how to speak and do your job. So these type of culture they used to promote.
So if you're not good in sales, the manager might put you in the night shift. So if you are working in a night shift, you'll not earn any kind of incentive. You'll only take basic salary at home plus some night shift allowance, but it was very less.
We had a login hour of 8 hours per day, but every day I used to come at 7 a.m. and I used to leave at 8 p.m. On paper, we used to have 44 hours of working, but due to this pressure of sales and all work pressure, we used to work 72 hours. So if somebody has complained that the agent has not informed this particular feature, then what happens that the agent that hierarchy level actually from the manager, the complaint goes to the regional manager and then the national manager of that department. It is something that they are pressurizing us for sales, but if we do that sale because of the pressure, then they are only the person who will also give us memo. So ultimately the agent is the one who is suffering at all cost.
We have our business accounts with a very prominent bank. The branch manager came to me once and said, "Sir, ये please policy ले लो." I said, "कितना interest मिलेगा?" He said, 10%. I told her, "ये laptop में डाल दो, XRR function से calculate करते हैं." He said, "नहीं sir, वो उसमें सही नहीं आता." I was like, "How? कैसे सही नहीं आता?" I'm 100% sure वो 5-6% के ऊपर नहीं होगा. Then she said, "हाँ सही है sir." Imagine the audacity. Next thing she said, "Sir, आप तो finance हो, आपको ये सब पता है. आप अपने किसी दोस्त का नंबर दो जिसको ये सब पता नहीं होगा और वो पॉलिसी खरीद लेगा." Such is the pressure from top down that these guys have become shameless. They know that they are doing chori. They're deceiving people. They don't have any conscience. If you have any conscience, you will not actually survive as RM.
Basically, I resigned from the job because of the guilt, and I was also not able to sleep at night properly because we have to do mis-selling on a daily basis.
Most people will not, feel good while selling because at the end, something or more you are, hiding the truth from the users. So this is somewhere, you will feel that, this is against my karma. Okay, this is not you have taken education to, do this in your career. So that is the reason I switched my company from bank to some service industry.
Ombudsman actually take these complaints very seriously, but people actually don't know how to reach out to Ombudsman etc, which is available on RBI website. But you actually don't need contact. As long as they know that you will fight it out and you will threaten them, they immediately give up because they know that there are many people in India whom they can, basically deceive.
How can you avoid, getting scammed with all these things? First of all, you need to calculate all the costs that are involved in if you are taking any decision. What could be the pros and what could be the cons of taking any, decision when it comes to money?
So 99% of the RMs just want to earn their commissions and they are not checking if the product is good for you or it benefits you. So we should always read the policy wordings carefully before purchasing any policy.
One of the tips I also got is like they mis-sell very aggressively by promising lots of things. You should always ask them to send me this in mail or writing. They will never send you, right? But if you sign a document, then there is a limitation what RBI Ombudsman will do, is what I've read and whatever I got to know.
So even if a customer is missold, the policy comes within a free look period. So if the customer, after reading the policy document, if he or she is uncomfortable, they can always surrender the policy and get back their premiums back. As per the regulation, there is a free look period which every customer should check and read the documents once the policy is given to them.
I do know that, okay, these banks are good at providing services, but all of these banks, I'm not making any exceptions. Will they mis-sell me stuff if they can? Definitely yes.
and they should fill their own documents. They should not just blindly sign the blank form, and they should not trust, because if form is blank, we can change the premium amount. The nominee name can be also changed. Even if a small mistake is there, it will create a huge trouble at the time of getting a claim.
I make sure that my equity investments are from a particular platform. I make sure my bond investments are from a particular platform. So I always make sure that I am using platforms which are not related to my bank, because they should not know where my cash flows are. I should decide where I want to put money. So I don't trust any product that I have sold by bank from now.
If you are offered 1 crore, will you go back to the same job?
नहीं, लोगों को धोखा देके 1 करोड़ नहीं कमाना है.
RBI has recognized this problem and is working to solve this. We hope that this video can help spread awareness and more action is taken on that front. If you or someone you know has been missold a product, do reach out to RBI Ombudsman. We have shared the link in the description.
Hi, if you're still watching, you're probably already on the right track to building wealth. And we believe bond should be a part of it. With Wint Wealth, invest in bonds offering 9 to 12% fixed returns. To learn more, download the Wint Wealth app now. Investments in debt securities, municipal debt securities, securitized debt instruments are subject to risks, including delay and/or default in payment. Read all the offer-related documents carefully.